Do
you know what, right? So, check that there. That's 4 hours and 45 minutes to London. Which, to be fair, is decent because it'll give us a bit of time to stop and have a coffee. So I woke up about 10 minutes ago. We've got to get the big commute to London. We've got some great podcasts lined up for today. But I wanted to just bring you all along behind the scenes as to what goes on when you're creating a podcast. And it's something I've been very keen to do. I know I've did a couple of vlogs when I flew to Ibiza and when we did London last time. But this time, the guests are definitely worth documenting as well. Not that none of them aren't, but this trip in particular is definitely going to be worth documenting. And I thought I'd bring you along for the journey. So I'm going to shut up chatting because I'm absolutely knackered. You can tell by my voice. Yeah, let's just get on the road. Let's do it. See what I mean?
Beautiful.
So, just want to... We've had to stop... Mate, this is the stuff that goes on behind the scenes that people didn't see. It's not all glamorous, mate, this podcast life. It might look good when you're rolling with all the top G's. But when you're cleaning shit off your window, there's no worse. Right, so we are, I don't actually know where we are, I think in fact I've got no idea, we're about 2 hours off London. Just pulled over, good old Greg's, for the road. We've been talking about other ideas for the podcast, we've been talking about different things we can try and implement. And I think, again, I want to stress that I know quite a few people in the podcast space, I know people in the content creation space, if you like, whether you're an influencer or whatever you are. I know that the majority of people actually wing it, but not everybody likes to show you that is the case. But I'm trying to bring you the truth, I'm trying to bring you exactly what goes on. So I just want to pull over and literally just say that, to be fair. I'm going to get this scram downers, let's get back on the road. I want to be there nice and early, get set up ahead of the guest. I don't want to be pressed for time. By the way, have you seen the back of the car, how full of shit it is? Have a look at that. This is how we're rolling. And also, we have got a boot full of shit as well. We've got a boot full of shit. We're not messing around when we're coming to do these podcasts. We're not just turning up with an iPhone on a Amazon tripod. And not to knock that you can't do that, by the way. I would say if you want to start a podcast, things I've learned now, you don't necessarily need all the best equipment. I just want to be the best. I want to certainly get everything I need right now to get to that point. So I get questions every day. No, I don't. I get nobody asks us ever. But you do, to start a podcast, all you basically need is a camera. Depends on if you want to focus on your audio and actually pick good, clean audio up, invest in some decent mics. But to be honest, you can get some decent mics off Amazon now, 30, 40, 50 quid. You don't have to go all the way with Rode mics or the Shure SM67s or the SMB7 or whatever the latest number is now. You can literally just get that, or you can just shoot in your iPhone. You don't need to even go that far. Equipment's that cheap now, man. You can get a decent level, but it's not all about the bells and whistles. It's far more about the type of content that you're trying to produce. If you can create an engaging conversation and keep the viewer entertained throughout your podcast, then you're going to win anyway. You don't need the best of everything. I just think having that quality element complements the production.
And how did you start Content Cast?
The Content Cast, how did I start? I love, by the way, that your voice is, because for people who don't know it, his voice that you can hear in the background, he doesn't speak like that normally. So he's French and he puts this accent on, this weird English accent. It's mad. But how did I start the Content Cast? Already had a network of people who I knew, basically started ringing around and said, do you want to come and have a chat to us? This time it's going to be recorded. And that's all it was. It's unscripted, there's nothing included. I don't plan anything, there's nothing, no props, no visual, like there's nothing where there's no features. It's literally sitting down and chopping up shit with whoever I sit down with. And it's all came from my initial network of people. I think I mentioned on when we flew to Ibiza to meet Wayne Lineker and do the podcast with him. I think I mentioned I've always been good at networking, and my phone book is pretty impressive now. I mean, I'm 34 now, but over the past so many years, I've built this network up, so now I can actually use that network and say, let's just have a chat. And ultimately, I'm not asking for anything for them on their time, which takes around an hour, 2 hours a day, or per guest, sorry. So yeah, once you do that, and if you haven't got the fortune of having a good network, get one. Simple as that. Network, get around, tell people what you do. Tell everyone that you know, family members, that you want to start a podcast. Ask your friends to come on as guests. If the guest isn't as great as what you want them to be, you'll get there. But to start with, it will let you actually fine-tune your skills to becoming a better host as well. So there's always merit regardless of the level or caliber of guest that you're bringing on. Again, it's like location means a lot to people. Like from a viewer, I always try and think of the viewer and think, how can I offer the best experience possible? Sometimes when you've got a studio, it's not always going to be the most aesthetically pleasing thing, so we'll obviously try and bring our equipment and fluff that up a little bit. But also, the environment's not always great that you're shooting in. So what we'll try, I mean, I brought a prop down today, did you see it, by the way? The prop that I brought, the sign.
Oh, no, I'm not seeing it yet.
Yeah, so I brought the prop down as well, just to try and, again, keeping the viewer, like, there. Ultimately, well, you know when I'm watching a podcast, when you're watching it and it just looks shit. And even if you've got great audio, but if it just looks bad, you kind of a bit like, now you almost feel bored because you feel like you're there. So I want to invite the viewer for that experience. So if I can make the setting look nice, then that's what we'll do. But that's what it's all about, man. Oh man, we're doing how many miles? 1,000 miles today. Did 2 podcasts this morning, as you can tell by my body language, probably. I'm absolutely knackered now. It was like a 5.5 hour drive down with stops and all that. We filmed 2 episodes, 2 really exciting episodes today. I don't want to knock that camera over. Yeah, so we filmed 2 really exciting episodes today. We had, in fact, I'm not even going to tell you who we filmed today, but we had one guy who literally is, would you say like a pickup artist? He basically knows how to get girls, which is quite funny and very insightful as well. So if you're a young lad out there and you want to pull a bird, make sure you tune into that episode and you'll see when it comes. So stay tuned to this channel, stay subscribed, all that good shit. And in terms of everything else, I mean, we got another guy on who I've wanted to get on for a while. We're supposed to get him on the last time we were in London. Was it last time we were in London? And then whatever reason it didn't happen, so we got it done today, which is brilliant. And have a quick show of the setup, just show people exactly how it is. I mean, we've got big light stand, a couple of cameras, mics, we've got some ambient lights in the background as well. We've just been there, so where we are, we're in Borehamwood, I think it's Borehamwood, next to Elstree Studios and stuff, so it was mad to see them studios. I'm pretty sure that's where Big Brother was set, even EastEnders maybe. Could be wrong. But yeah, so we popped to Tesco's, meal deal. Health is not the thing while we're down here, so I'm on the Pepsi Max. Chicken, salad, and protein bar. Gotta get your protein. So yeah, we're just waiting for the next guy to arrive. So in the middle of waiting for the next guy to arrive, we're just gonna film some little bits for the channel, some other little interludes and vlogs and outros and all that type of stuff. So I just thought, again, I'd show you that it's not all this glamorous, mate. Like, if you're watching and you're starting a podcast, it's not always going to be glamorous. Sometimes, you know, you are going to be knackered. Like, I'm genuinely, I've did pretty much an all-nighter, then drove to London to do all these podcasts, then doing another 5-hour drive back. And yeah, like, it's class, and I wouldn't do this if I didn't love it, and I wasn't in the position to do it. But the insights and the conversation that I'm actually managing to have with these people and the networking that's coming off the back of these honestly, it's worth every second. So we're going to wait for the guy to come down for the next podcast for the day. So my favourite question today, I actually asked one of the guests, I'm not going to mention his name, but I asked one of the guests about his upbringing, and I was actually quite taken back by his answer. And it wasn't the nicest of upbringings. I mean, there's certainly worse out there, but I was quite shocked. But it actually gave me an understanding of the character who I had before us, because like, I understood who he was, but he was the person I saw on social media. I've actually saw him a couple of times in person and met him and stuff, but never really saw this depth to his character to when he actually poured this story out. And I think that's another thing what I love. Like, not only do I get to learn about myself and how to talk to people and network and build business and all that type of shit, I literally have no phone. It's completely out the way, and we're just having a conversation, looking in each other's eyes and going through and just chewing the fat on everything in life. And I hope, again, you know, you're getting value from this, because I certainly am. And even if you're not, you know what, like, it doesn't really matter, because for me as a person, I'm getting so much out of these conversations. I know the guest is enjoying every single minute. Honestly, it's class. So if you're with us and you're enjoying the journey, that is class. If you're not, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to be doing it anyway. So yes, if you want more of this stuff, like I say, I'm making this for the people who prefer the vloggy style stuff. So if you do want more of this type of stuff, let us know, drop us a comment and all that good stuff, and I will speak to you soon. White Lion Bar, guys. Just finished a White Lion Bar, because I need all the sugar I can get for this drive home. It's a 5-hour drive. But yes, I just want to say that is a wrap for this vlog. I hope you've all enjoyed. And again, I know I said it earlier on at the studio, but let me know if you want to see more of this type of stuff, because this is the type of stuff that I particularly enjoy making, the things that you don't see. And for me, I want to be looking at this down the line and they say, fucking hell, I can't believe you did that, I can't believe you're doing them kind of days, I can't believe you've done those kind of days. And building a business or building a podcast or creating something, whatever you're trying to do, it's gonna take fucking hard work. So I want to document the shit that doesn't look as sexy, because everyone, look, you look on Instagram, you look on YouTube, you look on Facebook, it's always people's highlight reels of their life, and that's just not real life. Like, real life is feeling and looking grungy as fuck. I'm absolutely stinking, I'm sweating, I've did 3 different change of clothes today for 3 different podcasts. I'm on the way back down the road, and all I want is me bed. And it's hard graft, man. It's absolutely hard graft. But one day, in my mind, I know I mentioned it in the Ibiza vlog, like manifestation, continuously do good things, put good energy into the world, try and connect with great people who you want to surround yourself by, move towards them people. Because honestly, only good can come from them situations. Anything I've ever achieved in my life, up until now, I'm 34-year-old, by the way, I went 34 last week. Anything I've ever achieved in my life has always came down to not knowing it was going to happen, but putting or planting the right seeds, or planting any kind of seeds and hoping for the best. Life is about fucking winging it and backing yourself, guys. And honestly, I know it sounds cheesy as fuck, it's cliche, but for me, anything I've ever done is by absolutely 100% backing myself. And no, like, don't get me wrong, I've got an unbelievable support network, I've got an incredible partner, I've got an incredible child, unbelievable team. Obviously I've got Mike, the video guy here, who's making all this happen. But like, as long as you've got a couple of people, you don't need a big circle, you don't need shitloads of friends. Stay focused on the mission. If you want to achieve anything, be prepared to work fucking hard, back yourself 100%, and just keep doing it. So again, if you like this type of shit, let us know, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. You've heard that a million times on different platforms, but please do it, because it just lets us know that you want more of this type of stuff. If not, tell us to do one. I'll stick to the podcast. And yes, I hope you've enjoyed it, and until the next vlog, let me know what your comments or your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you soon, guys. Time to get this journey over. Peace.